Hello Virgos, welcome to your reading. I'm Miss Edie, welcome to my channel. We're gonna do something a little different this month with the retrograde. I apologize, I've been all over the place and it took me a few days to get myself sorted. And by days I mean week. I was also traveling. So we're gonna get into this one. I'm gonna do a bi-weekly for the first and second week of November. So hopefully some of this might have already happened. Some of you might be in the middle of it and this might also be coming in the week ahead. We're gonna go over your unicorn oracles, lovers oracles, romance angels. We're gonna use the Gilded Tarot, and because we have the new moon coming up, I'm also gonna do moonology cards. We got two, and I got some Archangel Michaels we're gonna end with, okay? So here we go, guys. We're gonna get right into it, and what a beautiful card we're starting with, because for the unicorn oracles, you got rebirth. So let me just get that for you. There we go. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Are you willing to let go of everything you are not in order to become who you really are? This winged unicorn urges you to shed the false identities your ego has trapped you in so you can emerge as the true divine you. It is your time to blossom and let the world see your inner beauty. Like the unfurling petals of this radiant rose, your soul is calling for this reinvention by surrendering your old stories and changing your perception of yourself. Deep down, you know who you truly are and the potential you hold. It is time to release anything that is not in alignment with your truth. Let your old life crumble and fade and make space for you to powerfully create a new reality of your choosing. You no longer have to be the person others want you to be. You no longer have to limit your life to what you feel is reasonable or possible. You can more easily create your bigger dreams once you embody your true self. The winged unicorns will help you when your ego fights and resists this change. They will hold you in love as you undergo a beautiful metamorphosis into your most magnificent self. Wow, and I absolutely love this art. I mean, it's like a beautiful little unicorn emerging from the middle of the rose. So for many of you, especially through this retrograde, I really hope that you are taking the time to process all these things that are coming up, because it has been savage. And I really think that for many of you, it's a purging process. It's about eliminating not just the petals opening, but you just releasing. Like, just as it's opening, you know, the petals eventually wilt and fall off. Let them fall away. Allow them to leave. Embrace what you got from it and then release. Okay, so for your moonology, we're gonna start with this one. Like I said, we have two. So I don't know if there's a point to show these ones to you, but so this one is conclusions are within reach. It's a full moon eclipse. I can't hold that for the whole time, so we're just gonna do this. So full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so. The things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass by me. Also, still can't talk properly, so that doesn't help. Additional meanings for this card. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to go back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Sit at control and let events unfold. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because its portents change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give you glimpses into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Beautiful. So for a lot of us, all the stuff that's coming up, like, that's just gonna bring emotions too, not just like memories of it. You're gonna relive a lot of it. All right, last one, and then I'm done with the reading it out from the book part, okay? This one's beautiful, Virgos, because here you are. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Look at this beautiful earth energy here, guys. Definitely grounding and stuff. So here. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led to your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have a flash, just quite certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? A full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Work hard brings results. Attune to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Additional meanings. Worrying too much will attract more of the things that you're worrying about. Have you been overcritical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing good work for someone else. The teaching. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It also is the time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that at any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. So healthier eating, healthier habits, going to bed early, all those things you know you're supposed to do, but sometimes we don't do. So definitely a beautiful time, guys. So stop being overcritical, maybe step back, take some time, especially right now, give yourself space, because being around other people with all the stuff that you've got going on right now, Virgo, is not a good idea. Be careful with your words, be careful of your actions, and just be really careful of what you're doing, okay? Your three oracle lovers, your lover's oracle is, beware of what you are projecting. The qualities that you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you do not like are also your own reflections, okay? So be careful what you're being triggered. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And with the butterflies here, you know, we're talking about all this metamorphosis. So for some of you, wow, that's kind of cool. So for some of you that are going through this rebirth process, you're definitely coming into a new phase. So just do what you have to do, even if it hurts, just do it. Passion, you guys keep getting this, it's beautiful. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Draw people in towards you, Virgo. Get your way, it's amazing. Here we go, your lovers. Now, romance angels. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yes. So for many of you, this work that you're doing on yourself, that karmic cellular level of releasing all this stuff. I mean, honestly, I feel like for some of you, when you're going to go through some of this stuff, you're going to be sleeping so well after, because you have to heal even on a cellular level, okay? And personally, I've been going through that too, so I understand. Here we go. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. You have passion and chemistry, and there's something attractive about you, Virgo. I think that's a really good time to call in your soulmate. It's perfect. What else do we have? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for any of you that aren't in a relationship yet, don't be surprised if they're going to pop up and want to make things a bit more serious. And at the same time too, with the retrograde, be really careful, because a lot of things that are coming up right now are just also old stories and old situations that could be old exes. And don't forget, exes sometimes always made us wonder why. And many of them might just belong in the past. But if this was something that you've really been wanting, or you're wanting to bring back that person into your life, then of course, guys, use your own discernment. I know you guys know what's best, but just a heads up, out of caution, things coming around at this time are unresolved. So unless you can overcome whatever it was and heal it and then move forward, awesome. If not, then just be careful, okay? Just a little bit of warning, otherwise it's all you. We're gonna get into your Gilded Tarot. I covered all the pre-stuff, so we're good. So here we go. Again, this is for your first 2 weeks. So if this is how it is, oh my God, death, of course. We're talking about all this transformation with the rebirth, death, transforming through this time right now. Guys, it's gonna be brutal, like I said. So just be really, really, really careful, okay? Take that time to rest. Take that time to recover from this. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of change is happening, of course, with the season, with the retrograde, with everything. And, you know, this is all part of your process. You're along your path, but also because you're going through that, that's why you're being reminded to get grounded again with the Virgo energy coming in the Moonology. You really need to focus on yourself as well here, okay? So next we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, great. So for some of you, you've achieved this already. This can already have happened. You've put in this work towards this. Again, this is a short-term goal. You have a Scorpio energy with the Death card. Then we have Earth energy here. So you can be dealing with the Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus. Or in general, this is just also you just being busy doing your own thing and doing some work here. You know, as you do, you've maybe achieved some kind of short-term goal or some kind of you're making progress, you know, like you're just putting away here. There's so much effort, so much work going on, but you're doing your thing and you're okay. So I feel like for many of you, you're putting in this work to reinvent yourself, to create your because again, the rebirth card is talking about creating a new reality and bringing your dreams to light. So that's what you're doing right now, okay? Focus on that. Two of Wands, there's definitely a decision here between maybe a direction, or maybe you're being pulled by your passions. Maybe there's something you really want to do and you're just you're being faced at this crossroad here with, where am I going to go? What am I going to choose? And for some of you, that could be regarding the person. It could just be in general your current spot, what you're going through. Are you going to choose to put in this work to elevate yourself, to get into a better life? Or are you possibly going to choose the past and kind of end up in that cycle all over again? And who knows how long you're going to stay trapped in that. So the rebirth is, again, your choice, but the opportunity to transform right now during this Scorpion season. And of course, this is the time for this to happen for some of you. Very important. So just, you know, do what you have to do. Here we go. Queen of Pentacles. Look at you girls here looking amazing. Of course, gentlemen, the gender doesn't apply, but of course, this beautiful queen energy here. She's so strong. She's so vibrant. She's very, 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 you know, here you are. You've worked so hard. You feel so confident. Again, this could be the progression through the week. It could be the progression into the second week. And in general, this is how you normally are. I feel like, you know, you always have your things in order. You're very happy. You're very successful. You're secure in yourself. But I feel like whatever this shakeup was, it required a little bit of work from you. And for some of you, even just like making a decision to spend a little more personal time with yourself, to actually go on this journey here to rediscover yourself, to get back to this beautiful energy with the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so now if this is another person, again, this is still Earth energy with the Queen of Pentacles. So you can also be dealing with someone, or they're coming in with an offer that is very secure or, you know, motherly. And of course, with the Queen of Wands, you can be dealing with a same-sex situation, or you're getting another queen energy. This can be another person making an offer, so you could have a couple offers, but you can also just be dealing with the energy of, like, if you've decided to go after a passion or to pursue something, then you're really embracing this fiery, passionate, attractive. There's something very, very magnetic about this person or this offer that's coming towards you. And I feel like because they're both kind of facing each other, you know, it's definitely, and if this is one person, then this is a beautiful offer that's going to make you feel secure, safe, balanced. Of course, financially, it's great as well. And it's very passionate, loving, fiery, hot. So who knows, with chemistry, we've got the engagement, something evolving. Of course, you've got queen energies here. It's not nothing. So for some of you, that decision might be between two people, or it might also be between, oh, do I want to like do my career right now, or do I want to engage in this situation with someone? Because of course you have that beautiful magnetic energy right now. Okay, now we have Three of Wands. Three of Wands under the Death card. So many of you are kind of, you know, you're waiting for your ships to come in too, and possibly like this whole process having to happen with the death and rebirth process. You've got death here. You started with rebirth. So I feel like possibly because I'm doing this into the second week, that you might have already gone through this stuff already. And now you're here where you're like, okay, I made it to the shore. I made it. I survived. Where's my boat? Can it come in now? You know? So I feel like I really feel such a great energy from it. I don't feel the weight of it because I think you guys understand now that everything you've gone through, you had to go through, your lessons were learned, and now you're moving forward into that energy. And if anything too, during that reflection time, like, don't forget, these are such important things that you need to know and you need to learn through your process so that you can bring them forward with you. And here we have the Chariot. Yes, there is a lot of stuff coming up, and I feel like for many of you, these difficulties that you've been facing, this is forward movement. You kind of had to just buckle down and jump onto the ride, and you've been fighting this balance between your darkness and your light. And that could be, of course, that's always our journey, is to balance ourselves, right? We spend all this time to really like, you have good, you have not good, I don't want to say bad, but you have energies that are opposite, and your whole point is to balance them out and coexist with them, and also use those strengths. You need the strength of the dark as much as you need the light. You can't have one without the other, so I don't have to get into that for you, but I feel like you guys have been doing this work. You've really been hunkering down and just taking the path as it comes towards you. And we have the 9 of Wands. So for many of you, this has been a battle. Like it said, like, you know, you've kind of gone full steam ahead into whatever this has been, and it's been tough. You guys have really gone through so much in this process here. And I feel like because you've been exerting so much, you're almost there. So maybe for some of you are like, do I really want to go down this road again? Like, how many more times do I have to deal with this? But if you're done dealing with those cycles, then get up, my friend, because it's one of the last times you'll have to, and especially if you've learned everything and you've achieved all your ascension that you needed to do during this time with your karma and everything else. And we have the 2 of Swords. So you're definitely making this decision from a logical point. you know, maybe you've learned that those type of people don't belong around you, or those people are just hurting you, or the intentions around you aren't whole or kind. And I feel like because you have this power right now with your passion and your chemistry to attract beautiful things, and you have this magnetic quality right now, so I feel like you want to be really careful with what you're pulling towards you. And that's why I was also saying be really, really careful during this retrograde, because a lot of people can see you right now, Virgo. You're looking amazing. You are sexy. You are gorgeous. You're appealing. You're delicious. I mean, honestly, I don't know why that came out, but I feel like you are just so attractive to so many people right now that you really are not just being asked to be careful on what path you take and how you direct yourself, of course, because you might be on this chariot running full steam ahead trying to plow through everything. I don't know where this comes from sometimes, but then you have to make this decision about who you're allowing into your space. Okay, you've put all this work into yourself and you're really trying to focus. So I almost feel like for a lot of you too, cut out everything around you, because you need to be like just yourself. Okay, just spend this time with yourself. Logically, only deal with people that you can deal with right now. You have to preserve your energy, and I'm really feeling that even personally, but I feel like for many Virgos I know, like right now, don't take on anything else that you can't handle. If the answer is no, the answer is no, okay? Because whatever you're projecting, you're also attracting, so just be really careful. And we got a couple cards for the conclusion, so I'm gonna just, right, we have the 6 of Cups. So for some of you, you can have, like I said, all those old energies are coming back, okay? Not just soulmate energy here, but I feel like for some of you, there's a lot of stuff from your childhood, and maybe with all that stuff coming up that you have to process and let go and release, I feel like some of that could be stuff that went back to when you were a child, or you're just having these beautiful memories, or maybe this person has stirred up some of your old childhood love or passion. Again, this could be a person from your past, but with the calling in the soulmate, and we're ending on the soulmate card here, this is beautiful. With the 6 of Cups, the flowers are all in the cup, so you could be getting flowers, you could be receiving some kind of beautiful gesture from someone from your past. And of course with or it could just be something to do with kids, but I feel like, I don't know. Okay, there's 2 cards with it, so I don't know how to take this right now, but we have Justice. So for many of you, if you're dealing with legal matters, of course, this could be legal matters from your childhood, or maybe regarding divorce or something for some of you. But I feel like this is also a very positive resolution to something with the justice system if it's involved. I feel like also for some of you, this is also balancing everything that's been going on. We came out of Libra season, now we're in Scorpio season, so it's kind of funny how we have the transition of both those cards represented with the Scorpio and the Libra energy. You could be dealing with Libra. We have some air. Sorry, I stopped doing that, but we have some wands. Of course, there's a lot of fire energy in your reading, actually, but I feel like for many of you, it's just pursuing your passion. But there's also with the air energy here with the decision you had to make with the Two of Swords. So we have Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini with you as well. But now with the Justice card here, I feel like you might just be making this decision, or this whatever's coming back. You have to see if it's balanced. Like I said, right? If it's not giving you justice, there might be a chance that you have to actually make that decision to cut it out. And then the third card to tell you what's going on is the Three of Swords. Not exactly the best energy to end on, but I feel like for some of you, one way I take it is as someone from your past that came back, and of course this doesn't mean that this is you that's ending up brokenhearted, but it could just be a very difficult decision for you to make where someone's come back and you're kind of like, you know what, it might have worked a couple years ago, but I'm a whole different person now, so I'm really sorry, and unfortunately you're releasing them. And with the Sun on it, I feel like it is positive for your growth, okay? Because we have the Sun here as well with the Justice card represented at the bottom here. You have the Sun, then we have the Sun on the heart as well. But I feel like for some of you, you might also be cutting ties with the soulmate. Again, not all soulmates are like they are in the movies. Some of them are just soul contracts that are meant to teach you something. So I feel like maybe whatever you had to learn from someone or something from your past, you've now learned it, you've received the knowledge from it, and now you're going into it, but it's a little painful. Every transition, change is not always comfortable. Why would it be? It's forcing us to change something that we didn't know we needed to, or in many times, you know, but I feel like for many of you, you're making this logical decision to either allow something in from your past, so be really careful if you do, because there might be some, you know, this could be part of your karma too, but I feel like, you know, she's blindfolded in both of these, so I don't really know the exact message that's trying to come here for this last one. For some of you too, I feel like it's just transitioning into adulthood. Like I feel like some of you guys, you're balancing and letting go of things from your childhood, which is painful. You know, like you're growing up, and or maybe there's something to do with something about that, or you're letting someone go from your past. But I feel like that this decision is about evolving and moving on. Maybe you're in a relationship that isn't serving you, and maybe you've been together since you were childhood sweethearts, or if that's relevant for anyone, but there's a bit of heartbreak here because there's something that's not balanced, okay? And there's a bunch of twos when I said that, so it's definitely to do with change. And for many of you, it's a very difficult transition, but you really have to balance yourself. And okay, I don't know why, but we'll see what that is, and we'll definitely see what's going on next week. And but again here too, like you have engagement, you have chemistry, you have other cards too, so I feel like for some of you, maybe you've been trying again with the calling and the soulmate, I'm not sure. Okay, let me see if something else comes to me with this one. We're gonna sit on it for a minute while we do the Archangel Michael ones. So guys, these are the prayer ones, so if you want to put yourself into prayer mode, I'm gonna be reading all three of them separately. So here we go. Honor and trust your feelings. So the prayer is wow. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for supporting, guiding, and protecting me as I listen to and act upon my feelings. Help me understand and express my emotions with love. So be very careful, guys. You feel what you feel for a reason, but just be very cautious about your words. And it's reminding you that definitely to be gentle, to be patient, and to be kind, okay? Your children are watched over by angels. So of course, for some of you, you could be also getting justice with your children here. And maybe it's a custody battle. I feel like it could be a custody battle that maybe why you're heartbroken is because the kids are, maybe it didn't go in your favor as you were hoping, and maybe you're going to see a little less of them, or you're sharing more with the other partner. So I feel like that might be for very few or certain people. So I do apologize that it's so vague this week. Or for the first 2 weeks of November, I should say. Here we go. So your children are watched over by angels. Dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own Wow. And other people's children. I feel like you might also be working with kids. And your last one. We talked about calling in your soulmates. We talked about the chemistry and the engagement for your relationship to go to the next level. And then we have romance angels are helping you. Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate. Right? Calling in your soulmate. Thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, and for giving us the motivation to make healthful life changes, and for arranging us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello, and so that we can eventually delve into the truly intimate relationship. Wow, guys, so I feel like the transformation, calling in your soulmate, meeting them, the rebirth, all this stuff that's coming together, and the Six of Cups is here too. So I feel like, you know, there could be some balancing out that might make a lot of sense. Maybe you're just meeting them. Maybe your soulmate is here, but there's a lot of work that you have to do because you might still be brokenhearted over something from before, okay? So I feel like for some of you, you really have to transition out of this and find that healing. Pray for your angels, pray for everything to come towards you to bless you with this. But I truly feel that whatever this beautiful opportunity is that's coming, especially if it is your soulmate, please, please, please focus on balancing yourself and healing, okay? This rebirth process that you're going through, it will come to you, but it can't come to you if the space in your chest is broken, okay? Heal, please, Virgos. I feel like there's a beautiful energy here. There's a lot of stuff happening, and just be patient until the 20th. I would say what I've been advised too, so I'm just forwarding the beautiful messages that I've received as well. Do not make any major decisions. Do not make any hasty decisions. If you're feeling yourself, you know, getting a little hype, then just step back a little bit, okay, guys? So that would be my little bit of guidance for the first 2 weeks of November, and hopefully I'll get back to you guys really soon with the next ones. Thanks, guys. Bye.